Okay, this is the interior plumbing and appliances. And we're starting off in the laundry, and everything's supposed to be GFCI, is GFCI protected, except the clothes dryer. The clothes dryer is not GFCI protected. It wasn't required a year ago. This year it is, and it's not. Our clothes dryer vent length is not labeled as being, the length is not labeled. However, I doubt that it's 35 feet. So it may not be required to be labeled, but it's not labeled. Okay. Just rolling out. This is what we're calling the hall bathroom. Now, our lavatory basins do not have overflow drains, perlators. Do not have perlators, and they're not required. They're not required. This is consistent throughout the home. Hot's on the left, cold's on the right. This is consistent throughout the home. Everything goes down. It's supposed to go down, goes down. Hi, T. Okay. Hot's on the left, cold's on the right. Shower diverter works fine. Okay. There was some discussion about putting glass doors in these enclosures. You do not want a fixed door over here. It needs to be articulate. You need to be able to roll it from this side so that you can adjust the temperature before you get into the water. So both sides. You're not going to enter there. That's just where you're going to adjust. So there should be a two-way sliding door there. Everything underneath here looks boring. Okay. Then rolling on over, we're going to go to the guest bathroom. Okay, it's kind of because we're rollers, and we just kind of trip over here. Everything's the same. We got a little bit of corrosion over here. We got a little bit of a crack in the tile mortar right there. And again, everything goes down. Boring. Hot's on the left, cold's on the right. Bye, Timmy. Okay. That wasn't too bad. That was a laundry and 2 bathrooms. We got one more bathroom, and we got the kitchen. The kitchen is going to be the exciting part. All right, GFCI here, GFCI here. Today, we're not supposed to have an electric receptacle outlet on a kitchen island exposed like that. It is not GFCI protected, just like they advertise that it's to be. When this home was built, you weren't supposed to have a GFCI. You weren't supposed to have an electric receptacle outlet that was recessed more than 6 inches. So that was wrong from the very beginning. And it's not GFCI protected, and it's on a wall now. Now, the National Marble Institute, okay, well, they say that if this extends more than 10 inches, you should have a corbel or some kind of brace. Well, there is bracing underneath here. I wasn't here when they installed it. We're just left to assume that it's probably okay. Probably okay. That's what we're left to assume. Over here, this is called a foul line, F-O-U-L, Hillbilly Home Inspection foul line. Some manufacturers are okay with that. Code isn't. Some manufacturers supersedes code. Our food waste disposal does not work. Code says you shouldn't have a switch that's out of sight while it's in operation. Manufacturer says, and this is 1/3 horsepower, manufacturer says if it's less than one horsepower, you can put the switch underneath here, but the manufacturer wants a handle on it, like in the attic. Okay, not a rocker switch like that. But now, this manufacturer that allows the foul line, how about the supersedes code? This sink came with clips. And they wanted clips to install it. Oh, just put a stick in there, Philip. We're going to the beer store. Oh, Doug, you're the fastest guy in the shop. I know. I'm getting a raise next week. That's the way we do it. Man, they get rewarded for cutting corners. They actually get rewarded for cutting corners. So here we are. Wait a minute. Fill you up under there. All right. Now, this electric cord for the dishwasher, okay, it's not supposed to go through a hole in the cabinet like that is unprotected. We should have a sconce in there, a little circle, a little connector, but we should have something that keeps it from running raw on the cabinet like that. And then I was going to go look at this and dispose of because I did not get a picture. Now, on the dishwasher, when Elon Musk was flying around in the SpaceX and was pushing the barometric pressure down, okay, the dirty water in your sink will just come right through this hose, right in there, and go right into your clean dishes. Huh? How about that? It goes right into your clean dishes. Can you imagine that? You're supposed to have a high loop, okay? Not a medium loop, not a almost up there loop. You're supposed to have a high loop, okay? So, now this dishwasher that we've been talking about, Okay, we didn't run it. Why didn't you run it, bud? Because the breaker keeps breaking. Okay, so you got the electric cable going to it. You've got through the unprotected hole in the cabinet. You've got the breaker that keeps breaking. You've got the moderate loop. So it just doesn't have those things. In fact, I didn't pay that much attention to it. I was having such bad luck with it. Was there any rust in here or anything like that? No, it actually looks pretty good. But it's not running. Alright? It is not running. On your cooktop, everything comes on, it's supposed to come on. Yee-haw! Okay. Coming over here. And then there's our gas connection right there. So really nothing to talk about. It's kind of nice. This is our vent fan. It vents to the exterior. Oh, lights, camera, action, fan. Well, that thing will rock. I'll try that in a minute. Okay. But look at these wires. Look at those wires. They're chewed up. They've been rubbing on this. Okay. Or are they hot? Did it burn? It kind of looks kind of melty.